What's going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone. We're here for yet another live episode of the Legion of Raw. What a rush. It's WrestleMania season. The crowd's going wild. The Ultimate Warrior somehow is pulling the power of the Warriors. That's all I got. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Bro, it's funny that you say that because the end scene on Raw, I was looking at the people on their screens. Bro, did those people look like they were bored out of their minds or what? They're doing this.
Yeah.
I'm like,
real limp.
Yeah, bro, they're doing it. And I'm like, they just look like that was the last place they wanted to be.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely.
Boy.
Yeah, man. So let's jump right into it without further ado.
Why don't we just jump right out before we even jump in? Let's just jump out, bro. Let's just call it a night, bro.
Let's talk about like WrestleMania 5 or something like that.
Man.
Something a lot more interesting. Man, so we're going to talk about the Hurt Business. Start off with the in-ring promo. Then Benjamin Alexander gets called out. And then fighting occurs. This is over. So Lashley beats up Benjamin and Alexander, especially Benjamin. And that is the end of the Hurt Business, ladies and gentlemen. It's done.
Chris, let me ask you this. You've been doing this for a very long time. I consider you a professional. Honestly, bro, the Hurt Business is over.
Yep.
Were they ever over before they became over? Because, bro, they weren't the only. Bro, what else was over tonight by the looks of tonight's show? Looks like Retribution's over.
Oh yeah, they were over. They were over the pre-show. I know you don't watch pay-per-views, but they disbanded the pre-show Fastlane.
What happened?
Ali lost to Riddle, and they walked out. All of them walked out, and then they got double chokeslam by I forgot their Dio Madden and Dijak. What were their names? Mace and T-Bar.
Yeah. But think about this. They didn't even. The Hurt Business wasn't even over, and now they're over.
That's correct. That's correct. Yep, they were never over, man. They came in and they had something there. They really had something potential there. And then 50-50, somehow they feud with Retribution out of anybody, which was a really, really weird feud. And then they get thrust into the tag team championship, which, I was fine with. I don't think they were built properly enough for it for it to really mean something. Slapping a title on someone nowadays doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, that doesn't making someone a champion doesn't. It's the old adage. The person makes the title. Rather than the title making the person. I mean, like when we go back, we talk about the Ultimate Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior, like he was so over that he rose the title up. Hogan, he was over. He rose the title up. I mean, Austin rose the title up. Taker, Triple H. I mean, all the people, Kurt Angle, like he only won the title less than a year after he debuted. He debuted Survivor Series and won it at No Mercy, and he still was super over. And at the end of the day, all of these people made the championship prestigious. If you slap a title on anybody nowadays,
but Chris, it's like I'm watching this show and it's like they're fundamentally lost. Like, here's the perfect case in point. Chris, please clarify this for me if I'm incorrect. So was the deal if somebody took out Drew McIntyre, whoever took them out would get his shot against Lashley? What exactly was that the caveat?
That was it was kind of mysterious last week, and then Lashley kind of made it a little bit more clear. But instead of Tato, he said Tattle, and yeah, I don't know. And he said whoever takes him out gets a Tattle match at WrestleMania.
Okay, but bro, see, here's what's wrong with this on a basic rudimentary level. Bro, you know who would do something like that?
Who's that?
The Honky Tonk Man. Bro, that's got to come from a chicken, heel. That's got to come from a Jeff Jarrett. That's got to come from a Honky Tonk Man. That's got to come from a chicken, heel. Yeah. Bobby Lashley is not that heel.
That's very true.
So that's why it doesn't make any sense. Bobby Lashley has not showed that he is afraid of anybody, nor should he be. Yeah. So when you try to wedge this, I don't even want to call it a storyline. I don't know what it was. It doesn't fit Bobby Lashley, bro, because if it fit Bobby Lashley, he would have never came out at the end.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
The same thing.
Like it's so confusing to me. Like this is elementary stuff, Chris.
Yeah, it really is. It really is, and it just again the dots aren't connected. And we go back to this every week. You're a big fan of The Walking Dead. I understand episodic television that creates cliffhangers. If you want to come back, if you want to generate ratings, you do something that you connect the dots. You don't make it more harder for the viewer to be confused before the next week, occurs. And you create a narrative, you create a plot for the following week. And there's so many inconsistencies when we see every Monday night for 3 hours. Just like you have 3 hours to make it make sense, and we leave with more questions than answers by the time the Raw is over. It's
and confusing. Chris, here was another thing that was kind of a theme throughout this show. I mean, we can go through segment by segment, and I'm sure we will, but there was another thing that was a kind of the theme. Chris, again, I'm going to go back to my experience in writing thousands of wrestling shows. Mm-hmm. Chris, if there's a comedy spot in the show, there's usually one comedy spot and you put it on the right person. In other words, when Mick Foley invites Mr. McMahon into his locker room and makes him play Twister. Yeah. That works for Mick Foley. But, bro, that's the comedy spot of the show. And, bro, you look at the overall show and you make sure, okay, bro, here's the comedy spot. Here's who's in the comedy spot. Chris, there were 3 comedy spots in the first 90 minutes, and they all sucked. Yeah. They were all horrible. But Chris, how do you get 3 comedy spots in the first 90 minutes of the show?
For a median age of 54 years old, by the way.
And bro, keep in mind, bro, legend has it Vince McMahon was my filter. No, bro, we didn't write 3 comedy spots in the first, and they were, bro, one was more terrible than the one before it.
Yeah. I don't understand who the crowd is, Vince, for these shows. I really don't understand the point and what the crowd is, and it's really something that again, this is 2 shows away from WrestleMania, Vince. This is 2 shows away from WrestleMania, and I just, to me, that's still mind-boggling to me. You're having people come back. Like, it's been 2 years since people have attended a WrestleMania event. After a 2-year hiatus, they were gone last year. The last time was 2019. Was that and they had a live crowd at WrestleMania. I was there, and that's when you had your big women's main event. You really pushed that narrative, and that was for Ronda Rousey, super over. And 2 years later, it's like there's no momentum being built up from any of that. You finally getting fans, and you're having the show before the go home show be a big comedy goof act? I just don't understand it.
Chris, I'm just watching this show and I'm watching all their little promos to WrestleMania and the pirate ship and the point and then this and that. And I swear to God, I'm sitting here, bro. I honestly and truly find it hard to believe that there's anybody out there that cares about anything on WrestleMania. And bro, listen, maybe I'm talking a little bit out of school because I don't watch SmackDown anymore. I took that off my schedule. Mm-hmm. Maybe they care about Reigns and Edge. I don't know. I'm not watching it closely enough.
Yeah, Edge is more of a heel now. Daniel Bryan's in the match officially as of Friday. And rumor has it that Charlotte's going to come back and be a part of the Bianca.
Well, you know what the funny thing is, Chris? Like, I do watch alongs on Monday night before we do this. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are already asking me about WrestleMania. Chris, here's the sad thing, and I'm just being as blatantly honest as I could right here. Bro, I'm leaving money on the table because I don't want to sit through the show.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally leaving money on the table because I do not want to. It's not worth the money to waste my time to watch this show. That's what I'm looking at, bro.
Very sad, man. I had a friend. I got a good friend that he was contemplating going to WrestleMania or not, and he looked at me. He looked at the card. He was like, I think I'll pass. And I'm like, whoa. And this person's like a diehard wrestling fan and like loves wrestling, like loves it, watch everything, like big AEW fan too. And the card, because he was already going to be vacationing and he's already going to be there, and he could have stayed there for a little bit longer to watch WrestleMania, and he's deciding to come home because of it. I'm like, that is so sad that you have a diehard fan looking at the card and he's like, it's really not worth staying a few more days and I'm already going to be here. So, and it's really, really sad to see that. I hope, as a fan of Drew McIntyre, as a fan of Bianca Belair, I'm hoping that we have some feel-good moments with them. I really hope we get that and, within the card. But other than that, I mean, we'll see. Maybe Daniel Bryan, will win. Maybe we see a yes movement again, but I doubt it. I think Daniel Bryan's there to take the fall. I think he's going to be there, Roman Reigns to beat him, and then for Edge and Reigns to continue and probably have a match at the next pay-per-view.
They're just doing this, bro.
Stretching out. Yep,
that's absolutely all they're doing, bro. That's all.
Yes, indeed. We get Riddle and Titus and the Sheamus backstage segment. After that, it's your boy Riddle, man. He's going around in the scooter.
Bro, can I explain to people how this is how they screw with people at the WWE? Chris, Riddle gets attacked in the back. Okay? He comes out and absolutely no-sells it. He's riding the scooter, smiling. Think about this now, Chris. So he absolutely no-sells it. He's riding the scooter. He's smiling. And then he loses the match. Mm-hmm. Now, bro, Chris, shouldn't the story have been that Sheamus screwed him up in the back?
Yeah.
And he came to the ring hurt. And that's how Sheamus won. So that's Riddle's out?
Yeah, it protects him. Absolutely.
But no, bro, he got beat up in the back. He didn't sell it. And then he lost again. So he actually got beat up and then he lost again.
He lost clean. He lost clean. There wasn't any type of heel tactics to it to protect the U.S. champion.
I think of myself like selling this stuff to the people I worked with. Yeah. I think of myself telling Mick Foley, okay, Mick, Kane's going to attack you in the back. You're going to go out to the ring. You're going to no-sell it like nothing's bothering you, and then he's going to beat you clean in the ring.
Yeah.
I can't like even imagine pitching this stuff to the guys that I worked with.
Yeah. And again, it's an abbreviated build. It's a terrible, terrible build. It's just leading to, and I called this out last week, this is leading to Sheamus versus Riddle, most likely. But you didn't even get an announcement on this. Like, next week is the go-home show to WrestleMania. And we're going to get a title match, most likely, announcement of Sheamus versus Riddle since Sheamus beat Riddle. And it's like, why are we still trying to figure out the card less than 2 weeks before the entire event?
Yeah, Riddle said that in the back. Riddle said, after he got beat up and then lost the match, he was back there with Asuka clowning around.
Oh, yeah.
At least I get Sheamus at WrestleMania.
Oh, I didn't even get that part.
What is happening here?
Wow.
Bro?
Wow. I didn't get any graphics. Well, the graphics guy, we should reprimand him because remember he's supposed to be on the spot.
That's right. Yes.
Hey, graphics guy. He's supposed to be
graphics guy on the spot, bro.
He must have missed it, man. I didn't see the graphics, man. Yeah, it was made official mid-show. Yeah, I missed it. I like I said, Vince Russo is the king of the backstage segments. I tend to overlook them and do other things, especially when Riddle's funny. He has his funny moments, but overall, it doesn't really build or my interest at all. And so I usually, when it's a Riddle backstage segment, I usually gloss over it and do something else. Next we have Shane McMahon with Elias, another goof segment and Ryder.
Let's talk about this goof segment for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, the whole idea, again, bro, I can't believe you and I are talking kindergarten fundamentals.
Yeah.
The whole idea is you're supposed to want to see the baby face kill the heel.
Yep.
I can go back to Spiros Arion turning on Chief J Strongbow and taking his traditional headdress and shoving the feathers down. Now you wanted Spiros Arion dead.
Yeah.
I might have been 12 years old and I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bro. So Shane McMahon is putting Braun Strowman's report card on the Titantron.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Oh, I want Braun to kill you. Oh, man. Like, where is the heat?
Right.
Where is the heat in that?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah. And Elias and Riker is just there for the ride. It just doesn't mean anything. I literally just I was making a YouTube video for my Theology and Apologetics YouTube page, and I was really focused on that more than I literally turned the volume down when the report card segment came. I'm like, Vince, you're going to have to take the relief pitch on this one, man.
It's like, where is the heat? And then, bro, what did I say? Now we're inside the cage, bro. I'm gonna call this right now. I'm gonna say, because I've been saying this for a couple of years. Shane McMahon is gonna continue to do this stupid crapola, bro. He's gonna do it until he gets badly hurt and he can't do it anymore, because Shane doesn't understand. His mind may be telling him he's 34, but his body is not 34. He's so much like his old man. Mm-hmm. So now we're in a cage. Now, okay, bro, what am I going to jump off of and go through? He is going to continue to do this, bro, until he gets badly, badly hurt. What is the point of it? Yeah. Am I, honestly, bro, is one person tuning into WrestleMania to see Shane McMahon jump off the cage? Is one person tuning in to see that? Bro, this is for his own ego. Yeah. And bro, listen, I like Shane. Yeah, I spent a lot of time with Shane, but brother, when you've got a wife and a family and you're doing this stuff at your age, you're out of your mind. You literally have a problem. Dr. Chris, you're a psychologist, right?
Yeah.
He needs to make an appointment with you. And
I'm
you
game.
need to talk to Shane. Why are you still doing this? Are you still trying to prove something to your old man? What is going on here? Because it's pointless, bro.
Yeah. I mean, you can totally tell that it's this is all for Shane. I mean, this is all for Shane to get another bump. And the very fact that it's not just a regular match shows that you want the WrestleMania moment Shane bump. I mean, you had the gimmick match with the Miz. You actually had a wrestling match with AJ, who actually wasn't too bad, but he still did the Van Terminator on the spot with the trash can.
Kevin Owens off
you had all these matches, the Hell in a Cell match, and then of course you had the match with Taker. That was a Hell in a Cell. And so you're having these matches every year. You want that big bump, and it's just like, why?
You got it, bro. You got a death wish. You have a death wish. You're going to keep doing this until you get hurt badly and you can't do it. That's the only thing that's going to stop him. That's it.
I've got a feeling that we're going to see Shane McMahon do his elbow drop from the top of the cage into the announcer's table with Braun on there. So that's going to be the big spot of the night. And it's like, why though? Like it's like if you keep doing too much of the same thing, nothing's going to stick out. You know what I mean? And like that's how I feel with Shane McMahon. Like it's getting to the point where nothing's really sticking out. Of course, he has that Angle spot, that King of the Ring match with Angle. That was fantastic. But it's like every time you're doing these bumps, and it's like, it's becoming predictable, and nothing's really sticking out at this point. Next year, Vince, you ready for this? Next year, Shane McMahon versus Vince McMahon in the Scalpel match. That's going to be his.
Bro, I wouldn't doubt it, bro.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, that's going to, or maybe it's Shane McMahon versus Omos or something like that. He's going to call him a big goof or something like that.
They'll go back to him walking out of the Fight Club.
There you go.
Now,
Raw Underground. We'll go back to Raw Underground. Let's see. Next we have so Braun Strowman ended up beating Jackson Riker, which for some reason they brought him in to be Elias's muscle, only to job out every single week now. Like, why is Jackson Riker there?
I don't know. I was more perplexed with why. What was with Braun Strowman's mean voice? What was that voice? Sounded like Reagan. I thought it was Reagan from The Exorcist. I'm like, where did this mean voice come from, bro?
You forgot about what match we're gonna do. It's going to be in a steel
Chris,
cage.
Watching here, Chris. Do you have a couch in your office I could lay on?
I do.
You could just talk to me, bro, please, for like 2 hours.
I do have a couch in my office. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I would probably poop my pants if someone came to my office as a new client and their presenting concern is, Dr. Chris, let me tell you, I'm watching way too much Raw. And I can't do it. I'm getting fatigue. I'm getting too much emotional fatigue watching it. And I would probably crap my pants if that happened. Next we have the dirt sheet. So we get that video with
bro. Here's the thing, bro. You know what this is? Vince McMahon, and I'm sure I'll be talking about this with Vince McMahon on Master Shoot Theater tomorrow. Somebody just showed him the Junk in the Box SNL promo with Sandberg and Timberlake.
Okay, yeah, just Timberlake, yeah.
That's what they tried to do.
Okay.
And it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Then, bro, we go to charades, names in a hat. Bro, who thinks this is funny? Who?
You're good with timing segments. What time are we at this time? The dirt sheet.
We're definitely into 10 o'clock.
Ugh. kids are in bed, adults are watching this, and like you even having your diehards bailing out at this point. You know, it's just like, oh yeah, I'm a bail out. I don't really don't understand it. We get Lashley and Benjamin next. He beats up Shelton Benjamin and continues to cement the fact that the Hurt Business is up and done and over with. And where does Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander go from here, Vince?
Bro, I have no idea. I literally, bro, bro. First of all, I watch this every week. I have not missed a show in 5 or 6 years. I could not tell you who the tag team champions are. So my question is, what tag team is actually over here? Is there one over tag team?
No.
Like, okay, I know. Like you don't even call AJ. They're not a tag. I know there's New Day.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's the Hurt Business. Do Miz and Morrison? They don't wrestle as a tag team anymore. They're doing Justin Timberlake. Do they have an over tag team?
The New Day. I'm a big fan of the New Day. They are a Hall of Fame style, Hall of Fame tag team. They're really the only tag team that I can think of that has some type of, equity in them. Although they feel very contrived, and this feels very rushed, making them tag champs and then going against AJ Styles and Omos, which is a really odd feud. Really, the New Day out of all the entire roster, because they broke up the Hurt Business now. They broke up Retribution. I think that's really all you got. I mean, unless you throw in like Elias and Riker, which hasn't really been a tag team. And then on the SmackDown side, I mean, you probably do there's probably going to be a 4-way there with Street Profits, Ray and Dominic.
They're still around. What are they on SmackDown?
Yeah, so it'll probably be a 4-way. The SmackDown Tag Team Champion title picture is actually decent. You have Street Profits, you have Ray and Dominic, you have the champions, which is Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler, and then you have Otis and Chad Gable. So yeah, so it'll probably be a 4-way match at WrestleMania for the title.
Wait a minute, hold on. Otis and Chad Gable.
Otis is a heel.
And that's an improvement over the Heavy Machinery? And Otis is a heel now?
Otis is a heel, yeah. Yep. He's Gable, Gable's doing this Alpha Academy thing. It's only a one-man show. Daniel Bryan for a little bit was a part of it during the Royal Rumble time. And so it was a babyface thing. They kept losing matches, and then Otis just turned on probably it's been about 6 weeks or no, 4 or 6 weeks, somewhere around there. He turned on Rey Mysterio. So now they're heels. So
okay. All right. Moving right along. Okay.
Moving right along. So yeah, then we get speaking of tag teams, we get your favorite segment, Vince. We get the game night with the New Day and Omos and AJ Styles. They're playing trades, Pictionary.
Bro, I worked with AJ Styles for 10 years. Okay. Mm-hmm. Bro, AJ is not a comedian. Okay. Mm-hmm. But bro, what they're trying to do is like he's the stupid redneck. That's what they're trying. AJ is not a comedian. He should not be in this role. Yeah. It's horrible. This was horrible, bro. Yeah. I got on my notes in big letters, horrible. What is this?
Yeah. I don't understand how this is moving. I look at every segment, Vince, and I say, how is this moving the needle? Why am I interested in watching the next segment with this here? Like, I just don't understand how, just from a business point, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, again, I haven't watched Raw. I haven't watched wrestling in 10 years. I turn on Raw. I'm like, I wonder how WWE is nowadays. And I see this. I'm back out.
And
I'm back out.
You see this, bro, and you're laughing at it.
Yeah.
That's what I swore, bro, when we wrote, whether you liked what I did or didn't like what I did, you were not going to laugh at wrestling.
Yeah.
You were not going to laugh at it. People turn on this show, they're laughing.
Yeah, it's a mockery. It really is. It really is. Next, we get Xavier Woods defeating AJ Styles by disqualification. This was a way to put Omos over and make him look like a big ninja. So he looked like a big ninja.
He's back to big ninja.
Yes, he is. Yeah. That's all you get, man, as far as Omos. I really hope, I mean, AJ's a Hall of Famer. I mean, he's one of the best in the world still at 43 years old almost. But still, I'm thinking in my head, I mean, why should they make them tag champs, Vince? Like, Omos is definitely not ready. I don't even think he's ready to. I mean, I'm okay with building new stars. I'm totally okay with that. However, everything feels 50-50. That's the problem. But the other problem is you're not building stars up enough for me to actually be intimidated with Omos. Yeah. And if you slap a tag team title on him, you have so many people in the back that's still, aren't like working their way and really trying, like an Elias, for instance, really trying to establish himself as a credible talent. He has so much potential. He's good in the ring, has a good character, has a good promo. And then we get someone like an Omos who's, a rookie in the game, potentially being tag champ. I just don't see the connection.
And bro, it's like, they're trying to get heat on Omos. Bro, he's got to do something to somebody.
Yeah.
Throwing Xavier Woods around. I've seen everybody throw Xavier Woods around. Yeah. It's nothing. Yeah. It means nothing. And bro, the problem is they haven't built anybody that if he did throw around, it would mean something. Exactly. So bro, you're throwing around a guy that you should throw around because he's been thrown around a million times. So how is that getting this? How are we sitting at home saying, "Oh, exactly. I mean, bro, like, come on, man."
Exactly. Yep.
I'll never forget. And I'm sure I brought this up. I'm sure I brought this up a million times. I'll never forget it, bro. Saturday night main event on NBC used to be a great show.
Oh, I loved it. 11:30 to 1 Eastern.
Jake's the Snake's debut. He came out and killed Ricky Steamboat, who was a hot baby face. You never saw Ricky Steamboat lose every week. Yeah. Jake killed him.
Yeah, it was a shoot. Thumped his head.
I remember this 30 freaking years later.
Yeah.
Almost thrown around Xavier Woods. Yeah, I've thrown it like, okay, so what?
I totally agree, man. I remember it was a big thud. He, legit.
And he did it quick. Yeah. Remember, bro? He did it real quick, and it was like, holy crap.
Yeah, and he tried to. I mean, he was dead weight. He tried to put it. He tried to put him in the ring, and he was done. Like it was the big thud, and it's crazy, man. So. And that's, of course, we don't want things like that. But at the same time, you can still remember the promos. Like, for instance, you can remember the promos leading to the Ultimate Warrior, do you trust me? The eventually the Jake heel turn, right?
Right.
So he does the trust me promos, and he has him go in the darkness. He has him go in the snake pit. Do you trust me? He closes the door and walks away, and he gets, all these snakes comes out. All of a sudden you see a Taker, image, and that's the start of his "Do you trust me?" heel turn. What I mean? Has amazing, still to this day, to me, one of the best heel themes ever. That was that theme. But the point is, you're building his character. You're
Right.
spending some time and causing intrigue every week. Now I'm thinking, I was a kid at the time. I'm thinking about it as a kid, like, wait a minute. I remember Jake was so cool with his snake. You know, what is he doing? Why is he doing this to the Ultimate War? Why is he closing the door? Why is there snakes? I'm all this every week is being built up. Now he comes out real slithery. He has a different snake. Those nuances to me is what makes wrestling wrestling. It's the emphasis of the characters.
Hold on, time out.
Uh-oh. Time out.
I'm not gonna let you sit there and tell me, because the next segment I was asking all those questions. I was saying, why is the Fiend on the swing? Why didn't the Fiend go down the slide? Why wasn't the Fiend on the Jungle Gym?
I don't know.
Why the swing? Why was the Fiend on the swing?
Because he wanted.
Bro, how sad is it? Let's break this down. How sad is it that they don't have a clue what to do with this feud? So they literally have to have the Fiend is going to sit on a swing.
Saying nothing, by the way. A mute Fiend on the swing. He was charged so much that it messed up his throat. Bro. He can't talk anymore because it was charged.
Bro.
Yeah, he can still say, "Let me in." But for some reason, he was charged. So he can move. He can do his Sister Abigail. He can see, but he can't talk though. So it jacked him up. The burning jacked him up real bad. Next, we get Drew McIntyre, and again, big Drew guy. He's my favorite. He's my favorite in WWE. My favorite wrestler in WWE. But this segment was. This segment was part and parcel to the WWE as a whole. He just went in there and emasculated the entire roster.
And nobody wanted the shot at the title.
Nobody wants it.
Bro, the whole idea, this entire federation is supposed to be built around the grand prize, which is the belt.
Yeah.
But apparently nobody wants it.
Yeah. Yeah. No one wants
What are they doing there? What are they if they're not there for the belt? What are they there to do music videos?
Right.
Like Miz and Morrison? Like, why are you there if you're not there for the prize?
And he's literally saying, "Hey, come get me. Remember these days?" Or remember these, like he's taking them back to yesteryear and saying that locker rooms beyond this, before this, were better. They were more willing to get a WWE title shot. He's like, "Hey, come get me. You want a title shot?" And then Humberto Carrillo's like, "I don't know. A WWE title shot? I don't know. I mean, are we allowed to get those?"
And then Braun didn't want a title shot.
Yeah. Braun's just sitting there like,
"Yeah, I want Shane. I don't want a title shot.
I want Shane first."
Like,
After Shane, I'd rather have Shane McMahon at WrestleMania than a title shot, a WWE title shot. Absolutely.
Bro, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Then Ricochet says, okay. So if it was for Lashley that beat you, I would get a title shot at WrestleMania.
Bro,
this ain't for Lashley though. I just want
Bro, I swear to God, the more I think about it, this show is it's like John Lennon writing Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds while on acid. It literally, that's what this, bro, nothing makes sense here.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense. It's like a David Lynch movie, bro.
Yes, indeed.
But that's not supposed to make sense.
Right, exactly.
It's supposed to make sense, bro.
This segment was just the weirdest thing.
Oh,
you had oh gosh, what's his name? Ninja.
We had Gulak. Gulak was back there stepping up, bro.
Yeah. Oh gosh, Akira Tozawa. He's like, he's listening to Drew McIntyre saying, "Oh, maybe one day I'll get a world title shot match. Just maybe one day it'll be your reach.
Wow.
I'm like, I really don't understand that. You know, Michael's bringing up right. This is they rather chase the R-Truth for the 24/7 championship.
Right. It's unbelievable.
I don't want to chase Drew McIntyre for the WWE championship. I would have chased R-Truth for the 24/7 title. That was that. I mean, this whole
remember guys like Heenan, and the whole principle of Heenan was bringing in every guy to win the belt.
Oh yeah,
the one guy, I got the next guy, the next guy. Can you imagine Bobby Heenan like in this spot? Nah, Drew, one of my guys. You go to rest. That was the whole idea. One right after the other, bro.
Right, and everybody's going down the list of his. Hey, listen, you want to? No, you don't want to title shot. How about you back? You in the bathroom? Okay, you don't want a title shot either.
Remember DiBiase with the money, whatever he had to do.
Oh yeah. He paid Andre.
I'll take Shane.
Right.
I'm me and Shane are booked.
Right. Andre the Giant, instead of taking money to get the title. No, I think I think Duggan. Me and Duggan got something going on.
This is brutal. This is brutal, bro. This is really brutal. It
is, man. It really is. Next we have Naomi and defeating Shayna Baszler. Of course, for me, this is my. We talk about our highlight of the night. This is it for me because Naomi won. So anything that gets Naomi over, I'm for it. I don't know where this is going to lead to, but at least Naomi got a win. So I'll take that. You got anything on that?
I'm perplexed. I have nothing against Bianca Belair. As a matter of fact, I think I told you, bro, when I saw her on NXT years ago, she stood out without a shadow of a doubt. But I like, okay, bro, I'm happy for her, and that's great. I can't figure out why Naomi never got an opportunity like that. This woman is a stud, bro.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Why was she never in that spot?
Well, she got that moment in Orlando, in her hometown. She won the SmackDown
for about 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, she had it for a hiccup. But they never chose her to be the person, the star, and which I don't understand.
I really don't understand that either, bro. I don't understand.
Doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. I mean, she has everything. She has the she has promos. She has the athletic ability, amazing in the ring. She has the charisma. To me, she's like a haven for WWE merchandise. I mean, the whole Feel the Glow thing can really appeal to the black female, black kid crowd. It's like diversity. If you're talking about diversity, Naomi's your person because she already has everything set up to reach that diverse crowd and make her a star. But I really don't understand what they're doing with her. I really don't get it, man. She should be a star. She absolutely should be over right now. We get Asuka and Rhea Ripley's segment.
Wait, we got to back up.
Oh, what I miss?
First, you missed the
the Riddle and Asuka.
You missed Riddle and Asuka. That's a comedy combo waiting to happen.
Yes, it is.
But bro, the funniest thing to me was then after that, it's like they got Rhea Ripley in the back talking to some dude.
Yeah.
Bro, the dude is standing with his feet like 8 feet apart, so it makes Rhea Ripley look like she's. I'm like, bro, do we not see the guy is practically falling over because he's trying to straddle? Like, bro, like what is wrong with you people?
I remember let me know what they did back in the day, but I remember that there was a thing back in because Jericho's shorter, he's like 5'10", 5'9", something like that. And so when they would have someone like whoever, I forgot the guy's name. Who's the announcer? Who's the lead announcer now? What's his name for Raw? Oh gosh. Tom Phillips. Yeah. So when they had him interview Jericho, he's taller, and so they would have him sit down on a chair away from the camera. Like, people don't know this looking at it, but he would sit down on a chair to make Jericho look like he was taller than what we're talking. Why did they do that, Vince? Like, what does that create an illusion? Like,
bro,
someone,
very, very rarely we would have the girl interviewer take her shoes off, and if the guy was really short, we had to put a box there and not shoot him from the feet.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, this was so blatant. I thought that, I swear to God, I thought the guy was either going to rip his pants or just fall flat on his face. Because, bro, then here's another thing. What did I want to say about this? This Rhea Ripley segment, bro. First of all, I hate. I don't mind ripping creative because they're sleepwalking through this.
Oh yeah.
I have no problem ripping you because you're not trying. Yeah. You're not trying. I will rip you all day for not trying. I will, bro. You're a big Buckeye fan.
Yeah, I am.
If the Buckeyes got out on the field and you think that team is not trying, no matter how much you love them, you're going to rip them to high heaven.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I don't feel bad about that at all because you guys just are not trying. But, bro, I have to be honest with you. When we did this contract signing and you've got Ripley talking and Asuka and especially Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, bro, this is amateur hour on the mic. Yeah. Like this is absolutely amateur hour. Chris, I've said it a million times. Vince Russo did not go to promo school. Vince Russo did not have to cut promos in front of anybody. Vince Russo did not have to write his promos out. You know what I had to do, Chris? I had to put myself in the moment. All right, Vince, get it in your head. This is what's going on. This is where you are. This is what has happened. This is where we're going. These are your emotions. Bro, if you are a professional wrestler and you can't put yourself in the moment, I'm sorry, bro, you shouldn't be there.
Amen.
These women in this segment are atrocious on the microphone. And how they got to this spot, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax are atrocious on the microphone, bro. Then they're doing this gimmick where we do the table spot that we've never seen, okay? But then, bro, they've got Asuka selling at the feet of Rhea Ripley.
Who's going to be a tag team partner next week.
Bro, can I ask you a simple question? Why didn't we put Asuka through the table so at least she's out?
Yes.
At least she's out, bro. You put her through the table. She's unconscious. She's out. Then the girls come out. But to have her literally at the feet.
Yeah.
What? Bro, what are you doing? This is atrocious.
I agree. I think this does nothing to help the characters. None of them. I think none of them. Because if you think of it from a Rhea Ripley standpoint, she's definitely got a lot to learn. I really like Rhea Ripley. She's one of my top, she's one of my top 5 in the roster right now. But she needs to really develop her character on a mainstream scale, and she really needs a lot of work when it comes to her promos. I cannot stand them allowing Asuka, and kudos to Asuka. She's bilingual. She's learned so much English since she's been here from Japan, and it's only been a short amount of time. So that's major kudos to her for that. It just does not help her character by talking so much. They actually got it right a few weeks ago when she, beat the brakes off of Shayna Baszler, who's an MMA, dominant figure.
Yeah.
They got it right that week. But as I felt, they weren't going to carry that over. They weren't going to build upon that, and they haven't. You're having these wacky promos from Asuka. I can't stand it.
Chris, it's popping them in the back.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing it, because it's funny to them, and it's pop. Because if I'm wrong, I'm going to ask you one simple question. Okay, bro, I am wrong. What is it doing for Asuka?
Nothing.
Well, exactly. So
nothing at all.
I'm not wrong. I am not wrong, bro. That they are entertaining themselves with it, bro. The same way they handled Riddle. Yeah. Okay, bro, we're going to beat in the back. You're going to go out there. You're not going to sell, and then you're going to lose clean, because they're laughing that this guy can't even process it and figure it out. So it's funny to them. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here and I'm saying, wait a minute, bro. No, the joke's on you.
Yeah.
You're investing the money in this guy. I'm not laughing at this guy. I'm laughing at you. This is how we get this guy over. And it's the same with Asuka, bro. Okay, you guys think it's funny and it's entertaining. Great. What a waste of money. You guys want to waste your money that way? Who's the joke on, bro?
Just don't understand. Like, you need to write the product to build future Hall of Famers. Yep. I cannot see any person other than maybe Roman Reigns, and I would say Drew McIntyre, just because he has potential to be there, but they are not building a batch of Hall of Famers for, to 5, 6, 7 years from now.
And Chris, here's another thing. Ricochet and MVP. Bro, I met Ricochet one time, and he was very, very nice to me and very polite to me, and I like the dude a lot.
Yep.
Horrible with promos.
Yep.
Chris, here's what you do. You pre-tape that.
Yes.
And me as a producer, if it sucks, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to say, bro, you could do it better. If it sucks again, bro, you could do it better. Well, I am going to do it over and over and over until I know he's not going to get it better than that.
Yeah.
Why aren't they doing that?
100% agree.
Bro,
man.
you know when you're writing a show, Chris, you know who can't talk.
Yeah.
And you know how you have to protect them. You handle everybody differently, bro. He can't cut a promo. And if he has to, then bro, you've got to pre-tape it and you've got to produce it.
I don't understand why they don't spend more time in actually protecting their characters. This is the brand of WWE. You're supposed to make everybody look like comic book characters. And right now, what I see is a bunch of just second-rate Bush League, just kind of C-level characters that I'm not interested in. Every single person this is what I liked about your era, is that there was investment with every character. If it was Al Snow and Steve Blackman with Head Cheese, there was something. If it was the Job Squad, it was something. If it was Gilbert, it was something. I was invested in the character at 8 o'clock, 8:40, 9:10, 10:05. I don't care who it was.
I'm telling you, bro, this is the equivalent. Literally, this is the equivalent of me buying a ticket and going to see the New York Yankees, and the AA team comes out on the field.
Right.
I swear to God,
right.
That's what this is.
Very true.
I'm telling you, that's what this is.
Yeah. Very true. Yeah. And
Bro,
then
do you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm at all?
I don't.
Oh man, somebody had a great line on Twitch tonight. There's a character on Curb Your Enthusiasm. His name is Mocha Joe. He's got a coffee shop. Everybody calls him Mocha Joe. So the guy said on Twitch tonight, Mocha Joe is more over than Samoa Joe. And I said,
okay. So he was absent. He was absent.
Oh, was he not there? I didn't even know. I didn't even realize. Was it just 2 announces or?
After the first segment, MVP took over.
Oh, he was there the whole night.
Mm-hmm.
See, I didn't even, bro. I wasn't even, bro. I swear to God, the only thing that got my attention tonight was Mandy Rose's low cut shirt. Outside of that, I didn't know what I was watching. I didn't understand what was. Why is Ali? Is Ali is Ali going to hurt Drew?
Why is his pants green now? I thought
Yeah,
Retribution was black and white.
Is he going to wrestle Bobby Lashley?
Right.
Why is Baron Corbin? Where's the crown? Where is the crown and the cape? Like,
and after all that, most importantly, where's the graphics guy for Sheamus?
Where's the graphics guy? He was not on the ball tonight.
He was not on the spot. Man. We get the Drew McIntyre bit with beating Ricochet and then beating Ali, and then Lashley comes out. They scuffle. Drew gets the best of them, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Baron Corbin or King Corbin comes out and he beats up on Drew. This causes a few hurt locks, and Drew he's done.
Bro, this goes back to Almost and Apollo Crews there. This goes back to the same thing. Bro, okay, here comes Corbin, who we've seen get beat 1 million times. Yes. It means nothing. Yep. It means nothing. Yep. This isn't the heel. This isn't the undefeated heel coming out of the locker room. Exactly. That's not what this is. A guy. Somebody pointed out, bro. I don't even know if this is true or not. Somebody pointed out that Corbin won like 7 matches last year or something. Like, I don't know, but bro.
And what does this mean? Is it going to be Corbin versus Lashley now at WrestleMania?
No, bro, this is exactly what it means. They needed a match for next week, so now they got McIntyre and Corbin.
Oh, for sure.
That's that's it. Period. End. Okay. All right. We'll tune in for that one too, bro.
Oh,
I'm sorry, man. Chris. I feel like I'm so bad. But it's like, guys, like, come on, man. And like I said, bro, if this were my favorite sports team, I would be saying the same exact thing.
Yeah. And I understand that, typically the May, April, June, quarter is the, kind of like the down period of the WWE, when you go into those late spring, summer, early summer months. So I typically throughout the year, I get that. It's usually the downtime. It starts to pick back up, leading into SummerSlam. But the hottest time is January to April. That is the road to WrestleMania. Starting at a little bit before the Royal Rumble, building that up. Royal Rumble kicks it off. This has been the worst. I've been watching wrestling for over 35 years now. This has been the worst build to WrestleMania I've ever seen. Hands down.
Chris, I swear, I think it was, you got to refresh my memory. What WrestleMania was Brett and Austin?
13.
Okay. What was the main event at 14?
Was that Taker and Sid? No. Let me see. Let me find out. What was, let me find out. 14 was Austin and Michaels.
Okay.
With Tyson, yeah.
Bro, I swear, I remember if WrestleMania was in April, bro, it was, I remember this so specifically. It had to be January. Okay. Mm-hmm. I remember Vince having a one-on-one conversation with me, and bro, he was telling me, Vince, I need to do 1 million buys. And bro, this is when 1 million buys was like unheard of. Mm-hmm. But he was like this, he knew the money he was investing. Tyson, the whole thing, he's like, and he said, Vince, we need to do 1 million buys. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I bring that up is This is going to do $1 million. Like what changed, bro? Like what changed? You know, it's like I'm going to go back to Ohio State. That's the only way you and I relate.
Mhm.
Okay, it's like 1 year. Who's the greatest coach in Ohio State history?
Woody Hayes.
Woody Hayes. I know Woody Hayes. It's like
Mhm.
Woody Hayes telling the team 1 year, the big meeting at the beginning, guys, we got to go 12-0 and win a national championship.
Absolutely, and beat Michigan. Absolutely,
Yeah, and beat Michigan.
yeah.
And 5 years later, he's in there, guys. 6-6. We go 6-6. We're like, what?
If we barely lose to Michigan, it's okay.
It's okay if we as long as we cover, we're
Right, exactly.
bro. What happened to Vince? We got to do $1 million buys to charades.
I don't. Yeah, exactly. Again, this is less than 2 weeks before the biggest pay-per-view of the year for WWE. Like I'm so used to builds. I'm so used to builds just continue. You already have something locked in and you're building upon it. I mean, they can do it. They're just not doing it. They're just choosing not to. It's not a fact that if they have bad writers, if this product is every week. So this product is causing no new eyes to come. Like I don't understand how that makes sense.
It's not bad writers or bad writing. It's the system and the structure. It's broken.
Who are they hiring?
Is broken, bro.
Who are they hiring to make? I know that they're scapegoats, Vince. I know that all of them are scapegoats. If it bombs, it's on the writers. Ultimately, it's all a Vince decision, first of all. And if whatever the numbers look like, it's the writers' fault, right? But at the same time, who is structuring these things? I heard that there's dozens of writers now. Why are they doing all these? Hiring all these writers and having all this creative just to present this type of product? Why is Vince McMahon okay with presenting this product? And you said something very interesting. You said, why did it go from 1 million buys to what we see now? I think that answer is easy. That's because they're getting handed money to do nothing.
Yeah, right. You're dead on, Chris. Yeah, and that is the problem. Bro, when Vince tells me we need to do 1 million buys, immediately, bro, okay, there's a sense of urgency.
Absolutely.
Immediately, like the boss is telling me, bro, your job is to do 1 million buys. There's a sense of urgency. But like you said, and bro, again, we could talk about this for hours. Bro, that's the networks. That's people throwing money on them and their past success and their past.
Yep.
But again, Chris, I'm going to throw this at you, and we talk about this every week. Pride.
Yeah.
Pride, bro. You could be a doctor, Chris. You could have $10 million in the bank, bro. If a patient walks through that door, you're going to treat that patient like it's the first patient that ever walked in your practice.
100%.
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
All the money in the world could not make me go at half speed.
Yeah, I totally agree. Absolutely. The road to WrestleMania, 2 weeks out, and we're still getting matches booked and new matches and just a whole bunch of just still trying to figure things out. We probably will still get matches booked the day of WrestleMania. There'll be the graphics guy. He's going to have to work overtime, Vince. The Saturday of WrestleMania, he's got to get this graphic, this new match, and this new match in night 1 and night 2. Let's pray for graphics guy, because graphics guy has got a really, really long road ahead of him leading to WrestleMania. He should, at this point, he should be kind of sitting back and relaxing, enjoying his graphics being showed every week of all the matches that have been locked in for a couple months. But oh no, not this year. He's going to get this graphic. All right, I need this one. I need the 4-way. I need this match.
Yeah. Get the shot of Fiend on the swing.
Right. Exactly. So graphics guy, man, my prayers to you, man. And you've got a long road ahead of you. So let them know about the brand, Vince.
Yeah, guys, please check out. I got 2 podcasting platforms with completely different shows on each platforms and dozens of wrestlers, bro. Many familiar names and faces. I've got russosbrand.com and I've got patreon.com/Russo TWC. Bro, Patreon starts at like 75 cents a week. For a cup of coffee, you can get a full month of entertainment. Just check it out, russosbrand.com.
Cup of coffee, man. Yeah. Wow, man. Freak out. He's Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris Featherstone. This is the Legion of Raw. Have a good night.